Bitcoin hits a 2-month high above $30,000 in volatile week. Tesla maintains $184 million worth of Bitcoin holdings as Elon Musk flags concerns over high interest rates. And is it time to cash out on Bitcoin with all the chart information that we're about to get into? Guys, we've got a lot to talk about today. Let's not waste any more time and hop right into some tweets. So, firstly, we got this tweet from Michael Saylor at Saylor. Oh, that's a really cool tag. He's got Saylor. Okay. Hashtag Bitcoin is digital gold. Right here, we can see Bitcoin is at 147% and gold is at negative 3%. This is talking about the performance since August 10th, 2020, when MicroStrategy adopted its Bitcoin strategy. Now, guys, these numbers are really nice, but also remember, Bitcoin is extremely volatile, where gold has been around for a very, very long time. Granted, it doesn't also, like, at the same time, it doesn't neglect or, you know, it's not to overlook the value in Bitcoin, but this comparison is kind of iffy to me, to be honest, but absolutely cool. I did want to highlight the fact that Fishbone here, he said, learn what you can, stack what you can, enjoy what you can, or do nothing and wish you had. Some absolute bars, but we love those kind of tweets out here. I think it's absolutely fantastic. So cool. At Prende, Bitcoin had to say Bitcoin is way superior, that we don't have a good way to explain it, but to compare it with a shiny rock. That's absolutely fantastic. I love that. Crypto research has to say, in a world where fiat currencies are constantly being evaluated, Bitcoin stands as a beacon of stability. Its scarcity and decentralized nature make it a compelling alternative to traditional forms of gold. Very, very, very cool. Very interesting. I like this tweet. Next, we got this tweet from Not Jerome Powell. Bitcoin just broke $30,000. It is now headed towards $31,000. See updated chart below. Yeah, if somebody can make sense of this chart and like give a good explanation, $100 to you. $100. Actually, matter of fact, I'll give you, you know, well, like 20 XRP or something like that. I mean, come on, look at this, ridiculous. That is hilarious. I just wanted to highlight that. John had to say, Johnny No Break said, my kid said it first. You know, these actually do look very similar. Although this is kind of cool. This would make like for a very cool art piece. Like maybe I get this like right up on my wall back there. Like, kind of funny. Anyways, back to some important information. So Bitcoin Magazine, Justin, only about 180 days until the next Bitcoin halving. Plan accordingly, guys. Make sure you are. Very awesome tweet here from Bitcoin Magazine. As we can see, we are approaching the end of the fourth halving, so we'll see how it turns out when the next cycle starts. I'm looking for some good results in the end towards the first halving, but it is about to begin, so be cautious, guys, and be smart with your investments. Trader Joel had to say, it is likely that we will have at least one more major dip before the next halving induced bull run, and yeah, I can kind of agree with that. I think so. I mean, I could expect that, yeah. Granted, you know, how that's gonna affect, you know, how I'm gonna buy and sell, I'm not too sure. I have to look deeper into it, and it really depends on how far it dips as well. If it's just like a small dip, pretty negligible to the overall system, then it's probably not going to do much for me. Okay, guys, let's not waste any more time and hop into some article. Bitcoin hits 2-month high above $30,000 in volatile week. So let's get right into it. Bitcoin, the largest cryptocurrency by circulation, climbed as high as $30,022. Its highest since July 23rd. It was the last up 4% on the day. So that thing we're seeing, the July 23rd, we're looking at that halving market right there. There was no immediate catalyst for the move in Bitcoin, said Joseph Edwards, head of research at London crypto firm Enigma Securities. Bitcoin is known for its volatility and opacity in its markets. The mood across the broader financial markets has also been nervy recently. Investor sentiment has been rattled by war in the Middle East, a rise in benchmark US 10-year yields towards 5%, and concern about the prospect of interest rates staying a lot higher and a lot longer. Bitcoin markets have been especially skittish this week as investors await news of the fate of applications with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) for a spot Bitcoin exchange-traded fund in ETF by major financial firms, including BlackRock. The approval of any such applications, crypto investors have said, could usher a new wave of capital to the asset class. Crypto assets are increasingly bucking the sell-off seen across stocks and bonds as investors focus on the coming catalyst, like a potential SEC approval of a spot ETF. eToro strategist Ben Laidler said. Bitcoin rose suddenly on Monday before giving up nearly all its gains, as after asset manager BlackRock denied a crypto media report that its high-profile ETF application has been approved. Now, they're saying that it suddenly rose, but the reason it suddenly rose on Monday was due to the fact that people were saying that the application was approved. So to me, it's kind of like, it kind of makes sense that it's like losing its gains and going back to what it was before. because it was just like a false rumor and people started buying because of that reason. However, I think when it is actually officially approved, well, that's when we will see a huge bull run in that sentiment. Fantastic post by Reuters. Next article we got here is from Bitcoin, or is from Investors Observer. They're saying Bitcoin Confidential BC, high volatility and rising Saturday. Is it time to cash out? Now, before I get into this article, guys, I want to make sure you and everybody else in here knows, don't buy and sell just based off what some article is saying. There is always some decent information to take out of it. At the end of the day, what people are thinking, what people are saying, what's being pushed in the media does affect the price of different cryptocurrencies. So it's important to know what people are talking about, but don't always take these things to heart. Don't always just believe in it and jump on it, right? Likewise, the same goes for me as well. I'm just talking to, I try, the only like literal information that I'm giving is, you know, just the news and information. That's what the main focus of the channel is, just to report the news for you guys. However, I do like to offer my own opinions and my own beliefs, but do not take it as financial advice. I'm not an analyst, nor am I some crazy crypto expert. I enjoy it a lot. I love doing it, and I love, you know, reporting this news to develop and grow the Bitcoin community. Regardless, let's get right into this article. Highly volatile. Investors Observer gains Bitcoin Confidential a high volatility rank of 82, placing it a top 18% of cryptos on the market. The volatility gauge it analyzes, meaning that one day won't make or break its rank. BC's high volatility reading is paired with a low reading on the risk reward gauge, meaning that the coin has relatively wide price swings and is well protected from the price manipulation. So, very, very, very cool article here. Love to see it. I love how they make the title, is it gonna cash out or not, and then they don't, or is it time to cash out, and they don't say it. But I guess at the same time they're talking like, hey, just be cautious. I actually like the main message of the thing is like, be cautious that like, hey, one day is not gonna affect its overall ranking. Regardless though, very cool. Next, we got this article from Bitcoin.com. Tesla maintains $184 million Bitcoin holdings on Elon Musk flags concerns over high interest rates. So let's get right into it. So Tesla released its third quarter earnings results on Wednesday. The company reported $23.35 billion in revenue and about $1.85 billion in profits, marking declines compared to the previous quarter. Despite its earnings missing Wall Street's expectations, the electric car company's balance sheet still shows net digital assets of $184 million. This is the fourth straight quarter that Tesla has recorded the same value for its digital assets, with mostly consists of Bitcoin. So here you can see digital assets, right here. $184 million right there. Tesla invested $1.5 billion in Bitcoin in Q1 2021, but sold 75% of its holding in Q2 2022. Musk explained at the time that the company is certainly open to increasing its Bitcoin's holding in the future, noting that the sale was due to concerns about the company's overall liquidity, given COVID shutdowns in China. Tesla's filings with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, also states, we may increase or decrease our holdings of digital assets at any time based on the needs of the business and our view of market and environmental conditions. In January, Tesla's SEC filings showed the fair market value of the company's Bitcoin holdings was $191 million at the end of 2022. The electric car company also accepts the meme cryptocurrency Dogecoin for some merchandise, which accounted for an immaterial amount of digital assets as stated in the company's SEC filing. During Tesla's Q3 earnings call on Wednesday, CEO Elon Musk highlighted several concerns affecting his company's profitability, including the high interest rate environment he stressed. I'm worried about the high interest rate environment that we're in. I can't just emphasize this is enough that the vast majority of people buying a car is about the monthly payment. Oh my god. He low-key knows what's up. As interest rates rise, the proportion of monthly payment that is interest increase naturally. Musk said, if interest rate remains high or if they go even higher, it's that much more harder for people to buy the car. They simply can't afford it. Interesting, guys. So I want to know what you guys think about this. I totally agree with him on this. I think, interest rates are really going to be a huge issue for people who are trying to be car owners, and as time goes on, it seems like it's only harder to buy cars and harder to buy housing and stuff like that, these common assets that we really need. At the same time though, I feel like Tesla's really good about its affordability, despite it being like one of, a really nice and solid car. It is electric car, and some people aren't very huge fans about that, but you can get like a Model 3 for like under 30 grand, which is absolutely interesting. They have really cool finance options as well, so very cool. Love what's going on over there. But anyways, guys, that's all we have for today. I appreciate you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share in this video. And until the next video, I hope you guys have a fantastic day and good luck trading.